Hello, my name is Jupiter Hadley, and today we're playing the game The Letter, the demo. This game is a visual novel, and it's also a horror-based visual novel, and I normally don't play horror games, and I normally don't really play visual novels too often, but they contacted me and asked in light of Halloween and their Kickstarter, and also I saw an article on Alphabeted Gamer, so I thought, oh, it must be good. So this game is trying to become Steam greenlit, so there will be a link to that in the description, as well as a link to their Kickstarter to expand the game. We're going to start. I haven't played yet. Don't like games. The Emigard Mansion. It was built for Lord William and Lady Elizabeth Ermengarde. Both were well known for their compassion and generosity, never failing to extend helping hand to anyone in need. Humble ambassadors of peace and beloved by their people. The season of joy eventually ended when the good nobles perished at the hands of the Great Plague. Their riches and legacy were henceforth passed on to their only child, Lady Charlotte Ermengarde. She was orphaned at the age of 4. The mansion stood since the 1620s, a witness to a very long history of joy and pain. After the mysterious disappearance of Lady Charlotte, the great house was left abandoned. And that is when it began. Surrounding villagers spoke of seeing and hearing unearthly things. Cries and howls filled the night, and hearsay of a mysterious woman that roamed aimlessly. People who dared to enter its hall were simply never heard from again. Even after 400 years, those stories remain, much like the house itself. Whispers about that once great house, its legend and its curse still fall upon the villagers' ears. However, Briar Reality Corporation is convinced that these stories are nothing more than a hoax. With little regard for the truth, the corporation decided to place the property on sale. Like Pandora's box, the secrets that lie inside wait to be discovered by brave souls. No matter what happens, take care not to be consumed by the curse. Oof. Good luck. Isabella. Hello? Isabella? Are you there? Where are you? Immediately I recognized the anxious, jittery voice coming from the other end. Oh, hey, Rose. I'm at St. Goret High. What's the matter? What do you mean, what's the matter? It's the mansion, silly. I'm here and you're late. Jeez, we're on shift together. You promised. Oh my god, don't tell me you forgot. You were planning on leaving me to check this place out on my own, weren't you? You chicken out. Calm down. You know I take my promises seriously. I'd like to believe that, so hurry up and get here. This place is huge, a bit too quiet since nobody's lived here since, like, forever, but beautiful nonetheless. Why are you so surprised? This isn't the first time you've been there. I know, I just wish I could live in a place like this. It really takes my breath away. Yeah, well, I wouldn't be so sure about that, not after the rumors say that it's haunted. Geez, never mind those rumors. Ghosts aren't real after all. And even if they are, which they are not, they can't do anything. They're nothing but spirits. You don't know that. They might be listening right now, and they might not be happy with you, enough to see their supernatural ghost powers to curse you. No offense, sweetie, but that's a bit of a stretch. Believe it or not, it's better to be careful. Right. Anyway, get here ASAP, please. I'm getting bored being on my own. Fine, let me just finish up here. I'll be right over soon. Okay, see you. Bye. Bye. Rose, still charming as ever. Who is that? I looked up from my phone to see Becca. Well, that's beautiful graphics. She gives me a questioning look. Oh, that was Rose. She's an agent, like me. We're scoping out that big mansion down at Emsel Village. Today's sort of its grand opening to the public. The corporation wants us to check it out one last time before we let potential buyers tour it later this afternoon. A mansion? You mean that big spooky mansion you're telling everyone about? Didn't you keep telling us how it just gave you the creeps and you have to go there? Well, I did promise Rose I wouldn't ditch her. I thought these were like teenagers. Guess not. And besides, a job is a job. Gotta do what you gotta do to make a living. Since they were out of high school, I thought they were teenagers. What's so funny? Nothing. I just didn't expect you to say that. Coming from you, it sounds so out of character. I mean, no offense, but I thought you'd back out. You've been freaking out about the place being cursed and all. Isn't your mantra mortality and personal beliefs over money? Not all the time. Because of the rumors, Briar Realty is desperate to sell the lot. The agent who lands the deal is going to get a big bonus. I could really use the extra moolah. Mama called last night. Papa isn't getting any better, and they're asking for more money to help with the bloating hospital bills. A sympathetic look crosses Becca's pale face. Life back home is tough, huh? A little bit, yeah. It would help if I wasn't the only one in the family who has a job. Tough was an understatement. The burden of feeding 8 mouths and settling Papa's bills rested on my shoulders. I barely had any money left for myself. It used to be easy back when Papa was in good shape. Ever since he was diagnosed with cancer, he had no choice but to leave his job. I wish my older brother would lend a hand, but Lord knows if that'll ever happen. I've noticed that you've been living off instant noodles these past few weeks. She crossed her arms in grimaces at the thought. Stop eating junk. They're cheap, but they're not good for you. You don't want to end up in the hospital like your father, do you? Her voice rises as she scolds me. It's clear that it's a command, not a request. I'm not entirely sure if I should be happy or annoyed. I'm glad someone's looking out for me, but Rebecca's domineering attitude can be such a pain at times. She's more controlling than my mama, and that says a lot. Yeah, I'll stop. I grumbled, but she didn't seem to care much. She gives me a warm smile. Good. Look, if you need anything, tell me, and I'll help in any way I can. You don't have to do this alone. Maybe I can lend you money, and you can pay me back whenever. Thanks, Becca. I really appreciate it, but you know I'm not a fan of borrowing money. You and your pride, but suit yourself. The offer stays on the table, though. I nod in response. She takes a quick glance at the wall clock above the chalkboard. Well, enough chit-chat. Lunch is ending, and my students will be back any minute. We can catch up later. Good luck with your clients. Oh, so we're visiting a school. That makes sense. She turns to her desk, sloppily turning the pages of her rather thick textbook about Mesopotamia. I reckon she's trying to work out her lesson plan for next week, but her eyes are distant. She doesn't seem too attentive on whatever's at the book. It's obvious something else accompanies her thoughts. You sure you can manage on your own, though? I mean, you're still a bit feverish. You shouldn't even be working right now. Oh, hush, dear. Don't you worry about me. I'll just drink some medicine, and I'll be right as rain. I hesitate for a moment. Becca and I are neighbors. She was the first to welcome me when I moved here to England a couple years ago. She's brazen, feisty, and always had many stories to tell about her students. We quickly became friends, and with my family staying in the Philippines, she filled the void and became a sort of sister to me. Becca's had a cold for a couple of days now, and despite my advice to take the week off and rest, she went ahead to work anyway. I caught her trying to sneak out this morning. Since there is no stopping her, I volunteered to drive her to the St. Goretti High School, where she teaches history to rowdy teenagers. Not exactly the easiest job in the world, but I guess it's perfect with her boisterous and somewhat bossy persona. Oi, Bella. Becca clicks her fingers, snapping me out of my thoughts. Seriously, lady, I'll be fine. For now, just go to work and stop making that Rose girl wait for you. I'll call you if I still feel bad, and you can come pick me up if that makes you feel any better. Capice? She gives me a reassuring smile, and I sigh, defeated. All right, I'll see you later, okay? She nods. Of course. With a wave goodbye, I leave her alone to her class and her thoughts. All right. My car is parked down the street, just outside of the campus grounds. The mansion is some ways out on the countryside. As I pass by a couple of buildings, I'm about to turn on the road when my phone rings again. I pick it up without looking. I neatly tuck it between my ear and shoulder. Rose? Guess again. That voice. Ash? Bingo. Hey, what's up? Just checking in if you're still cool later this evening. You mean that thing with Zach? Yeah, it's the premiere of that indie movie he's been working on for ages. He's really excited to watch it with his friends, and by friends he means us, apparently. Yeah, no, don't worry, I didn't forget. I'll be there. Cool, I'll see you later. What time do you get off? Around 6 p.m.? I don't know. It's the first day of an open house at Ermengarde Mansion, and we're expecting quite the number of potential buyers. I'll be booked the whole afternoon. Ermengarde? Is it Ermengarde? Ermengarde Mansion? You know, the big Jacobin mansion in Amsel Village. Amslem Village. I'm on my way there right now, actually. On your own? Yeah, well, Rose is already there, but yeah, I see. It looks like the scaredy cat finally toughened up. Shut up. I can hear Ash chuckle from the other end. I'll see you later. Drop me a call when you're done. Whatever. Bye. Stupid Ash. Always teasing me whenever he sees a chance. I'll show him who's tough. Takes a few more minutes before I finally reach the infamous mansion. I have to admit, it does look wonderful from the outside, yet that does nothing to hide that something is just wrong. The neighborhood nearby is desolate. Everyone keeps their distance out of the fear, horrified by the thought of falling under the mansion's curse. Somehow it makes me feel sad. The lack of human presence just makes this place all the more eerie than it had any right to be. If it's uncanny in broad daylight, I can imagine how this place is going to be at night. Parking my car along the vast green fields, I make my approach. I rummage through my bags for my keys when I notice the door is slightly ajar. Rose must have left it open. Entering, I just find myself completely aware of my surroundings. They've cleaned every corner, waxed the floor, dusted the antiques, searched every nook, cranny, and crevice, and made it spick and span, all for the sake of making the mansion more enticing to the modern-day lords and ladies. But no matter how hard they try, the mansion still looks as soulless as ever, as though it was going to eat you alive. If you ask me, they should just leave this place alone. Some things in this world are better left in peace, never to be disturbed ever again. Rose? I call out. Rose, I'm here. Where are you? My voice echoes softly through the hallways. Oh, who am I kidding? In a place this big, I don't think she'd hear me. Despite the deafening silence, she could be all the way on the other side of the mansion for all I knew. I reached my phone and dialed her number, but... Not in service. What do you mean, not in service? We were just talking a while ago. It's not like she was eaten by the house, right? Or maybe the ghost did hear us talking and spirited her away, right? Right? No, Isabel, don't be ridiculous. She probably wandered off deeper into the house and lost signal or something. I dialed her number again, hoping to connect this time.
The number you have reached is not in service.
That's weird. But to no avail. Oh boy. I have a very bad feeling about this. Rose, if you can hear me, please come out. Come on, Rose, this isn't funny. You know this place gives me the creeps. No answer. This isn't going to work. The place is big. She could be anywhere. I need to start looking for her. I take a deep breath before venturing on deeper into the mansion. Taking a couple of steps forward, I notice something move by the hallway above the grand staircase. What the hell? Rose? Rose, is that you? This is not funny. I'm leaving you if you don't come out. Silence. Not coming out, huh? Fine, I'm going. Okay, that was a lie. She's my friend. I can't really leave until I know she's alright. I dial her number again, hoping she'd pick up this time. Come on, please give me something. Please, Lord? Yes, finally, it came through. I feel like this is going to be scary. I'm just already scared. I'm scared waiting for the scary stuff to happen. Hello? Hello? Rose, I'm here at the mansion. Where the hell are you? She didn't respond. I bet there's heavy static coming from her side. I doubt she could hear me. Rose, come on, where are you? I ask again as the static starts to settle. Attic. What? Why the attic? Oh, let's not go to the attic. I don't like scary things. Oh, it got cut off. Man, do I really need to go there? With how deep inside the mansion the attic is, there's barely any signal there. But why was she there? Out of all the places she could be, she just had to make me go fetch her in the creepiest room of this place. Is she doing this to get back at me for being late? Whatever, I'll just go. The sooner I meet up with her, the sooner I'll feel better about being in this place. I make my way carefully up the staircase. My legs wobble as I mentally curse the fact that I chose real estate when I could have picked up a career that didn't involve strange abandoned houses. Upon reaching the top, the grand hallway greeted me. The hallway had two wings, the east wing and the west wing. The two master bedrooms and the library were situated in the east wing. Meanwhile, I faced the west wing, which held the conference room, the theater room, and, at the end of the hall, a simple wooden door leading upstairs to the attic. Unlike the grand staircase, though, the stairs that led to the attic are deep steps made and were made of rocks. Rocks on the second floor, damn. I'm not too careful, I could easily stumble and fall. Thank God it's still daytime, and with how old this place was, there's no light fixtures, and I'd need a candle or flashlight to make it on my own. There are light fixtures in this room. I see them. Oh, the attic's going downstairs, right? Or I thought it was like basements go downstairs, attics go upstairs. So that's why I was thinking stairs, like stone stairs would be heavy, but we have stone stairs to our basement. Whatever. Reaching the top, the door opened to a maid's quarters. It looks exactly as it had been since the last time I was here, full of dust, worn out and faded by time. Did the cleaning crew miss this room? Cleanliness is the least of my concerns right now. The more pressing matters Rose. She's not in here. Bloody hell. Was I dreaming when I talked to her a while ago? Did I mishear her? No, it couldn't have been a dream, and I'm sure she said she was here in the attic. After all, the creepy ambience of this estate is doing such a remarkable job of making sure I stay alert and awake. Maybe this is just a prank, or maybe the phone call was Rose's last message to me before the curse got her. Ugh, shut up, brain, you're not helping. Don't make this scarier than it already is. But if she's not here, then where is she? That's it, I can't do this anymore, I'm leaving. We must have angered the spirits living here. I knew disturbing this mansion was a bad idea right from the very start. But nobody listened to me. Be fucking realistic, they said. They think I'm a cuckoo because I believe in curses and ghosts and all that. Me and my outlandish backwater country beliefs. I've always strived to be a model employee, but not this time. No, I'm turning back, and for the sake of my sanity, Briar Realty can find another agent who is more fucking realistic than me to tour people around this haunted house. Before turning back, I took one last look at the gloomy old room. Huh, what's this? My worries about Rose's whereabouts must have caused me to miss it when I first entered the room, but there's clearly something on the floor. It looks like a letter? It's a letter lying on the ground just a couple of inches away from my feet. Out of sheer curiosity, I leaned down and picked it up. Bad idea, just leave. Strange, I don't recall seeing this letter the last time I was here. A few days back, a few other agents and I were exploring the mansion to prepare for today. I had been the last to look inside the attic and leave, and this certainly I wasn't there before. Someone must have been in this room since then. Did Rose leave this for me? Was she here a while ago? I could have missed her, though, couldn't I? I couldn't have missed her, though, could I? There's only one set of stairs to and from the attic. Only one way to find out. The letter isn't exactly in pristine condition. In fact, it looks rather ancient. The paper is so thin and rough, I'm worried it will fall apart if I so much as touched it. I need to be careful. I opened it and read, and what I read shook me to my core. Don't want to do this. I really don't want to do this. I don't like scary things. I don't like being scared. This has helped me a lot. Okay, things in it scary now. What? Oh my God. The letter, it feels nothing but words help me written in crimson sharp pen. Or blood. The same phrases just keep going on and on until... Send this to 5 people or else. Send this to 5 people or else. Or else what? It's like one of those chain emails? Or else what? As quickly as I can, I scan the back of the paper. I peek into the envelope to be sure I'm not missing out on a second page, but then there's nothing. No. Oh, please, no. My hands are trembling as dreads creep over me. I start to realize that this room is suddenly getting colder. I need to get out of here. Folding the paper in half, the sight that greets me next has me frozen on the spot. Oh, God, feet. Yucky, yucky zombie feet. A pair of blood-soaked feet enters my field of vision, covered in gaping wounds and skin eaten away to reveal flesh, bones, and all manner of things isn't one meant to see. Nerves and veins are exposed to a gross speck display. A foot rested on a painfully odd angle, and all the toenails seem to have fallen off, leaving only the decaying remains of infected nail beds in their wake. I can feel bile rising in my throat at the gory sight. It's too much. All of this is too much. I want to make a break for the door, run, scream, throw up anything, but my feet won't budge. I feel trapped in my own body, glued to the floor out of terror. The only sign that I'm still alive is the loud beating of my heart as it echoes in my ears, and the tremor that continuously runs through my body. I'm definitely not breathing. Or maybe I am, but Lord knows it certainly doesn't feel like it. I open my mouth to say something, but the words catch in my throat. I'm completely paralyzed and frozen on the spot. I want to cry. I don't know what I should do. Lord, please help me. Should we look up or should we pray? I'm not a religious person. And I feel like it's going to be Rose. Let's look up. I need to face it. Wherever those feet belong to, I need to face it. And if I'm going to die, if they're going to kill me, at least I'll know what my killer looks like. A cold comfort. I feel tears forming in the corner of my eyes, and my whole body trembles still. I've never felt this vulnerable in my entire life. I take a deep breath, sudden every ounce of courage I have left in me, and shift my gait. I jumped. We're okay, though. Please don't hurt me. Oh, God, I jumped. No. Oh, God. Without thinking, I scrambled towards the door and up onto my feet. I struggled to open it, but it won't budge. Stay away. Go away. Please, Lord, make it go away. Why now? Why wouldn't it open now? My heart sinks as reality dawns in. I'm locked in with that thing. Let me out. Lord, please let me out. I feel it slowly approaching me as I wrench the doorknob violently back and forth. Oh, I gotta tap. Oh, God. Yes. The door finally swings open, and I couldn't have been happier. Wasting no time, I leap out the door, and I don't look back. My feet pound against the floor like a canopy of drums, in rhythm with the loud, fast beating of my heart. Oh, God, I'm so glad I lived. My chest feels so tight, it's like I'm going to burst by the time I run past the hallway and find myself atop the grand staircase. But that's nothing compared to the feeling of hope the sight of the exit gives me. Racing down the stairs, a breathy laugh escapes me, and my shoe slips, and I find myself falling, until my back hits the ground and pain racks my body. Oh, God! No! I feel my head grow fuzzy, and my vision dims as I fight to stay awake. No, go away. The last thing I see are those feet before all that I know is darkness. Oh, goodness. That wasn't too scary. To be continued. Where's Rose? What happens if we don't send the note to 5 people? Who's this dead girl? Okay, well, if you want to find out the answers to that and more, donate to the Kickstarter. There's going to be a link in the description of the Kickstarter to this demo so you can see what happens if you choose the other option or if you don't tap. And also a link to the Steam Greenlight page so you can go vote for it. As always, thank you very much for watching. And thank you for checking me out. All my info is in the description, and liking and commenting and stuff. I'm not a fan of scary things. But this is it. We're okay. Bye!